as Medicine Hat residents brace for what's to come, Calgary is facing a massive cleanup. Downtown Calgary is largely still without power. There is no public transit in or out of the core, and at least 10,000 people are still out of their homes. It's feared parts of the city centre could be off limits for weeks. The damage is mounting, but Calgary's spirit is unbreakable. In the face of disaster, the city vows the iconic Calgary Stampede will not be stopped. The province is also pledging financial help for those affected. Mike Blanchard has the latest update from Calgary. So, Mike, just bring us up to speed on what's happening today.
Yeah, it looks like there's some signs of recovery starting to slowly take place, Sneha. 65,000 people were given the green light to return to their homes yesterday. More people are going back into some areas today. There's still, as you said, some areas in the downtown core that remain without power, and a lot of that needs to be reassessed. There's a power transmission station that really feeds a lot of the downtown core, and that's really a big question mark right now. It's not quite clear when that's going to be online, so that's having a big impact on when perhaps the entire area is going to be back to normal, whenever that might be. We're hearing a couple of updates from different agencies throughout the day. For example, the Calgary Stampede just held a news conference this past hour to announce that yes, the show will go on this year. It's the 101st anniversary of the Calgary Stampede, and they say that they're going ahead. In fact, one of the I guess the mottos, the slogans that they're using this year is "Come hell or high water," which is perhaps appropriate. It's also, I think, a sign of the resolve that you see here in southern Alberta, that people do want to get on with their lives. They want to try and get back to some sense of normalcy as soon as possible. And I think you're seeing that with the Calgary Stampede. A little later on this afternoon, we're going to hear from Calgary's Mayor, Naheed Nenshi, and as well, Calgary Member of Parliament and Immigration Minister, Jason Kenney. They'll be speaking in Calgary at about 11:30 local time, so that's coming up in about 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes. And then this afternoon, the Premier will be talking about a plan to rebuild Alberta. The plan to, I guess, allocate this disaster recovery fund is really in the hands of the province. Now, certainly the province will be receiving money and resources federally and from other provinces, but the province really has the say on how a lot of this is going to get allocated. So I think that's what the Premier wants to address. But I will tell you, Sneha, it'll be interesting to see if the province has learned any lessons from the last major flooding that this province experienced, and that was back in 2005. There was a great deal of criticism directed towards this disaster recovery plan, in that many people weren't compensated timely. Some people didn't get compensated for over a year. So whether the province is able to I guess streamline that remains to be seen. And in the case of businesses and homeowners, a lot of the flood damage is not covered by insurance. So they'll probably be looking to the province for some help on this one, and we'll provide an update a little later on today on that.
All right, a lot of questions for the Premier, and as you mentioned, we're also expecting to hear from the Mayor this afternoon, so a lot to track. I know you'll be on top of all of those developments. Thank you so much, Mike.
You bet, anytime.
That is Mike Blanchard reporting live for us in Calgary.